The superclass is the object class, okay? And inside the method, as you can see here, it says return super.toString. It means that it's going to actually implement the codes that are inside the toString method inside the object class, okay? It's going to implement this line of code here, okay? So we don't want this line of code to be executed in our cat class. So I don't want this super.string code to be executed. So I just delete it here, okay? So our superclass is object, okay? Object here, okay? And when it says return super.toString, it means that this class implements this code that is inside this toString method, okay? So let's go back inside the cat.java class here. And now I want to actually put my implementations inside this method, okay? I want to actually put my own codes inside this method, okay? That is actually specifically related to this cat class, okay? So inside this method, I just need to type in here return string dot format, and then inside the parentheses, I need to actually specify the format of this string value. So as you can see here, this method returns a value of type string, okay? The return type of this method is string. So we need to actually return a value of type string here. Return string.format. And first of all, I want to actually specify the formatting instructions. So I just put in 2 double quotes, and then inside the double quotes, I just type in %s colon space %s space %s colon %s space %s colon space %d space %s colon space %d space %s space %d, okay? And then I actually put a comma here, and now I want to actually specify the arguments that are going to be related to these tokens here, okay? So for example, for this token here, I need to actually specify an argument of type string, okay? Because this token is %s. S stands for string, okay? So S is for string values, okay? So I just need to type in here. So I just need to put in 2 double quotes here. Name. As you can see, I put a string literal here. This name is for this token here. And our second token is %s. So we need to actually specify an argument of type string. Name. I refer to the name of the name instance variable, which is of type string here, comma. And then our third token again is %s. So I just need to put in 2 double quotes here. And then inside the double quotes, I just type in color. And then I put a comma here. And as you can see here, again, our fourth token is %s. So we need to actually put a value of type string here. So I just refer to the name of the color instance variable, comma. Again, our fifth token is %s, as you can see here. So we need to actually specify an argument of type string. So I just need to put in 2 double quotes here. Inside the double quotes, I can just type in speed. And then I put a comma here. And then as you can see here, %d. So we need to actually put an argument of type integer. So I just need to refer to the name of the amount of speed instance variable. And then I put a comma here. And again, here I need to actually specify an argument of type string here, because this token here is %s, okay? So I just need to put in 2 double quotes, power, and then I put a comma here. And again, as you can see, this token here is %d. So we need to actually put an argument of type integer here. So I just need to refer to the name of the amount of power instance variable. And then I put a comma here. And as you can see here, again, we have a %s here. So we need to actually put a value of type string here. So I can just put in 2 double quotes here. And then inside the double quotes, I can just type in number of legs. And then I put a comma here. And as you can see here, we have this %d here. So we need to actually put an argument of type integer, so I can just refer to the name of the number of legs instance variable. And we have another instance variable here, which is of type boolean. Okay, so in order to specify that we are going to actually put a boolean value here, we need to actually put a token here, okay, for the boolean variables. So I can just put in %b. So this %b is for boolean variables, okay? So here I can just put in a comma here, and then I can just refer to the name of my instance variable, can hunt other animals, okay? And then I put a semicolon here. So in order to specify what this can hunt other animals instance variable relates to, I can just put in another string value here before this instance variable. So I can just put in a %s here, and then I can just put in 2 double quotes here, and here inside these double quotes I can just put in, for example, fight. Okay, and then I put a comma here. So now let's actually go back inside the main activity.java file here. Now as you can see in line 32, I called this method on this cat1 object here, okay? So because we overrided this toString method here, it's gonna actually call only this method here, okay? So if I run my project now, let's see what happens. So as you can see here, this is the value that is outputted here, okay? Name, my cat, color, white, speed 40, power 30, number of legs 4, fight true. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. Now I want to actually show you again the power of inheritance in Java. Let's go back inside the cat.java file here. And now as you can see, we've got a lot of duplicated codes that are inside the animal class here, okay? So as you can see, in reality, these two classes can be related to each other. This cat class and this animal class can be related to each other, okay? And a cat can be an animal. So a cat is an animal. So we can actually inherit from the animal class, okay? So cat extends animal, okay? So as you can see here, now it's gonna actually show us some errors here, okay? So because we are inheriting all of the features and behaviors that are inside the animal class, we can actually delete some of those duplicated codes. For example, these 4 instance variables, name, color, amount of speed, and amount of power. We don't need these instance variables here because we are inheriting all of the behaviors and characteristics inside this animal class. As you can see, we've got these instance variables here. So we don't need these instance variables inside the cat class. So if I just want to delete these instance variables here, now I've got 2 instance variables that are related only to this cat class, okay? Number of legs, can hunt other animals, okay? So as you can see here, let's actually delete some of these codes here, these getters and setters, which we don't need them. As you can see, get amount of power, set amount of power, get amount of speed, set amount of speed, get color, get name, okay? And as you can see here, we've got only these methods here, get can hunt other animals, set can hunt other animals, which is for this instance variable here, and we've got a getter method for this number of legs instance variable here, okay? And as you can see here, we can actually delete these lines of code here again, and we can actually delete these arguments here. As you can see, string color, as you can see here, int amount of speed, okay? We don't need this here, and we only need this number of legs variable and this can hunt other animals variable, okay? And now here again, we can actually change the implementations that is inside this toString method. So now let me actually delete this line of code here, and then I'll actually show you how we can actually put our own codes again inside this method here, okay? Okay everyone, now I think that's enough for this tutorial, and in the next tutorial we're gonna actually continue building our 4th Android application, okay? So thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, please post the discussion in the course, and then I'll do my best to answer your questions. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.